Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to Modern Mining. Well, I don't know if you saw in the intro clip, but I had to turn on my fans on the front of one of my rigs. And the reason why is I'm now dual mining Pyrin and Ironfish. So I don't know if you saw the new update on hashrate.no, but it's now listing all the dual mining coins correctly when you search like a 3070 GPU. And they're about 50% more profitable than just mining one coin at a time. There's been a lot of videos on this, but this one we're going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to be using Kryptex Pool to dual mine, and there's some features that these other pools don't have that are somewhat interesting for someone who's not super big on dual mining, though I do see the benefits of it. Let's take a look at hashrate.no, and then we'll get into the actual dual mining itself, how to do it, the benefits, all that. So let's get into it. Looking at the trusty old 3070 on hashrate.no, we can see that the top coins right now in terms of profitability is either Ironfish and any Pyrin hash coin. So either Husat or Pyrin. And per card, you're looking at almost 50 cents profit per day, which is pretty nice, honestly. But compared to just mining Pyrin, our profit is only, gotta scroll down a little bit, 26 cents on Pyrin. So dual mining, we are literally making about 50% more profit, and we're also making more yield. So in terms of yield and profitability, it's better in both. The downsides would be that it uses a lot more power. If your power supplies aren't properly spec'd, you might need to get more power supplies, and obviously cooling will be an issue, but now when it's still not super hot out would be the perfect time to do this. Here is my rig right now. I only have one rig dual mining right now, just kind of testing it out, and this is the rig that you saw me turn on the frame fans on, because you can see each of these cards is using about 170 watts, which is more than Kapow even. This is about the hottest I've ever ran these cards, or at least the most power I've ever ran through them. So this rig is two 3060 Ti's and four 3070s. And you can see we're getting 225 mega hash on Ironfish and 19 gigahash on Pyrin. And they're sitting right about 60 degrees, but they're all at 100% fan with auto fan. So it definitely is using some power. So most people that you've probably seen a bunch of videos on this on, they're either using hero miners or a K1 pool to do their dual mining. And in this video, I wanted to branch out and use Kryptex Pool. And Kryptex Pool has both Ironfish and Pyrin. So full disclosure, this video is sponsored by Kryptex. But when I dove into Kryptex Pool a little bit more, there is some pretty awesome features that I think I would have used anyways. So let's kind of look more into those. Kryptex Pool for Pyrin is the fourth highest pool. So it doesn't have a ton of hash rate, but if you're big on decentralization, it's not the best idea to use the most hash rate pool anyway. And for Ironfish, it's number 2 pool in terms of hash rate. So it's pretty established pool on Ironfish. So really quickly, I'll show you how these flight sheets work. There's 2 different ways to do this. So with Kryptex Pool, you can treat it like any other pool, and you can either mine the coins you want and then get paid out in those coins. So get paid out in Pyrin and in Ironfish. Or they have a similar to like Nice Hash, where you mine both these coins and you get paid out in Bitcoin, which to me, when I'm actively trying to accumulate Bitcoin right now, and you guys have seen my other videos, I'm doing a lot of swapping on TradeOgre, mining Pyrin and then selling it to Bitcoin. That feature was pretty exciting to me, and they actually make it pretty easy to do. So I'll show you really quickly how to do both for our flight sheet. And first I'll show you the Bitcoin method. What you're going to do is for your wallet address, you're going to set up a new wallet in Hiveos. I'm sure you guys know how to do that, but you're going to just put in your Kryptex email account and then / your worker name. So I just have mine, modernmininghub@gmail.com/iron. And then for Pyrin, modernmininghub@gmail.com/Pyrin. And then besides that, really when you go into edit, you select those wallets. You want Iron to be your first coin, Pyrin to be your dual mining coin. And for the pool, you just go in here and select Kryptex. Super easy. You don't have to configure it in the miner. Same with dual mining. And for the setup miner config, I'm also triple mining Zilliqa. So I'll paste this down below. I got these from Kryptex. If you guys haven't heard of him, he's another crypto mining YouTuber, and he makes awesome videos about going super in depth into triple mining and dual mining. He's basically the king on triple mining and dual mining. So if you want to get a little more detailed on this, check out his channel. I'll have it linked down below, and you can find all your overclocks there as well. But I'll also paste these down below. So you're going to put your overclocks in here similar to any other dual mining or triple mining coin. And that's really the only difference for receiving payments in Bitcoin. You just put your email address instead of an actual Ironfish wallet. So if you instead want to get paid out in Ironfish and Pyrin, you're going to set it up the other way, and you're going to use your actual wallets themselves. So you can see I've got this flight sheet, which is that version of it. And I've got Ironfish Trade Ogre and Trade Ogre Pyrin as my wallets. Now, the only thing that kind of hung me up here, and there's a pretty easy fix for it, is in Trade Ogre, if you go to deposit to get your Ironfish address, it gives you a memo as well. And it says, this is very important. If you do not include the memo, your deposit will be lost. So I wasn't originally sure, where do I put this memo? And this doesn't apply if you're mining directly to a wallet, which a lot of you guys probably do, but Ironfish is not a coin I'm trying to accumulate, so I didn't want to bother setting up another wallet, having another wallet to deal with come tax time. So if I am going to mine Iron directly, I'll get it straight to Trade Ogre. But how you include that memo, it's super easy. If you go to your wallet and you put in your Trade Ogre address right here, and then you just put a plus symbol, and then your memo right after that. And that is how Hiveos will account for your address and your memo. So that way you actually get your payouts and they don't get lost in the ether. Moving on now, let's take a look at why I'm going with Kryptex. So one of the main things about Kryptex that's cool is the way that they pay out their miners. It's a pay per share plus model. And if you don't originally know what that is, don't worry, I didn't really either. I was familiar with PPLNS, which is what a lot of pools use, and pay per share, which not a lot use, but I'll quickly go through these just so you guys have an idea of what that actually means. The pay per share is basically you're getting paid a set amount per share that your miners find, and that's it. If the pool that you're mining on finds 100 blocks that day, it was incredibly lucky. It doesn't matter. You're getting paid a flat rate for your shares. The PPLNS model is basically you're still getting paid for your amount of shares, but it depends on how much you're getting paid based on how many blocks the pool actually found. So if the pool finds a ton of blocks, you're going to get a lot more money for that same amount of shares that you found. But if the pool is unlucky and it finds 0 shares that day, then your payout will be $0. And I don't know if you guys remember back in the day Flex Pool for Ethereum, but it had this payout model. And there were days when Flex Pool found a ton of huge Ethereum blocks. And I remember some days I was making like $150 a day just because the block rewards were so high and FlexPool was finding a ton of blocks. But the downside is they also had unlucky days that you didn't really get a lot of coins compared to your average. So what Kryptex is this PPS Plus, and it kind of takes the best of both worlds from those two other plans. You still get a flat rate based on the amount of shares that you've mined, but you also get the PPLNS model as well, where if the pool finds a ton of blocks that day and the pool gets a lot of transaction rewards from those blocks, you also get a cut of that payment as well. So you're getting the stability of PPS as well as getting the upside rewards of finding a lot of blocks from PPLNS. So wanted to quickly go over that because that's something that's somewhat unique about Kryptex that I really wasn't aware of. Let's take a look at the pool interface itself. You can see that I originally started mining the coins directly, not getting paid out in Bitcoin. So there's not a lot of history here, but Same as any other pool, you just put in your Ironfish address and you can see your statistics here, and you can set your payouts for amount of Ironfish, etc. And I also had my Pyrin address in here, and I was getting my set amount of Pyrin. But the cooler thing here is the dashboard for where you're actually mining and getting paid out in Bitcoin. So apologies for the bright screen. I couldn't find a dark mode on this website. So Kryptex, try to get a dark mode on your dashboard. I think everyone would enjoy that. But it's kind of cool. So you see your total balance in Bitcoin, and I only just started this, but you can see I've got Pyrin the founder and Iron the founder, and it's showing both of these and how many shares I've got and how many earnings I've got on these, and then the combined total right here. Another cool thing about the mining for Bitcoin way to do this is you can go to this hardware tab right here, and this will basically show you all of your workers for both coins in one place. So you don't have to check two pools to see your stats, you just check one web page. And this is a lot like the K1 pool dashboard that I had showed you guys last week, where you had all your coins showing up on one page if you were mining them all in K1 pool. It's very similar here. So you can see Iron the founder, and let's see, this should have updated. I need to figure out why the founder is showing up twice. But basically Iron the founder and then Pyrin the founder. And before I had split those out, it was just showing up as the founder combined, but I wanted them split between the two coins. So you can see the amount of shares I'm getting from each. You can see the profitability I'm getting from each. And then you can see your estimated profitability per day. And that matches up pretty good with what Hiveos was showing, about 47 cents per GPU. And this is a 6-card rig, so roughly $6 profitability a day. And this is showing right at $5.60, and it's probably still updating since I haven't been mining on it for very long. If you're not dual mining, but you have some headroom on power and you have some headroom on temperatures as well, I know here summer temperatures are getting close, and this is probably not something I would do in the middle of August, but right now this is a perfect time. I'm about to get rid of that call engine FPGA. I have to send it back to Jingle Mining. So I'm going to have some power headroom, and my garage is not going to be as hot as it was the last 2 weeks. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to do this on at least 2 or 3 of my rigs. And I can also keep stacking that Bitcoin. I'd like to at least get 0.1. I think I'm at the 0.01 mark right now. So about 10x more than what I've accumulated so far, and I'll be at that 0.1 mark. But with that, I'll see you guys next time. Special shout out to Kryptex for sponsoring this video. If you want to try this on Kryptex, I'll put my referral link below. It's actually pretty sweet that it doesn't take any of your all's mining profits. It comes directly from the 1% pool fee. So 0 impact to you guys. If you want to try this out, I'd really appreciate you using my link. But otherwise, I'll be doing some farm updates here soon, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.